This video is sponsored by Hyrec. Oh my god, I am definitely not used to that sound. I started waking up at 7:30 a.m. and usually at this time I spend about 15 to 20 minutes procrastinating on my phone. I check the channel, Instagram, TikTok and Twitter to keep up to date with my socials. Honestly, this time it feels different. I find the colors on this display a lot more colorful. I do rock it on dark mode, although it's a bit of a hassle to lower the brightness in the morning. Around 7:50, I like to get up, brush my teeth as I stay tuned with the market by listening to Meet Kevin. And let me tell you, the speakers on this are nowhere near as good as the iPhone, but they do the job.
That started a 17 hike process, which is wild. Right now the market's pricing in maybe 5.
I then head to get ready, play with my dogs a bit while I wait for the car to warm up and leave. Awesome enough, I love integrating my phone with Apple CarPlay, and I am pretty happy that this car does deliver Android Auto as well. Although there seem to be way more cars with Apple CarPlay than Android Auto, so maybe it's something that you might want to take into account. Welcome to a day in the life with the Samsung S22 Ultra. Hey Google, turn lights on. So this is obviously the first time I use an Android device in years. My first phone was an Android, but ever since the iPhone 4 came out, I've been sticking to iPhones. This time though, as an Apple user, I am willing to integrate this into my life and see how it goes. Overall, honestly, the phone feels very premium, extremely similar to my iPhone 13 Pro Max, if not the same. It has a pen which I don't personally think I'll need throughout the day, but it's there for you to use. From what I've been seeing online, I noticed that the backplate cuffs really easily, so a case was a must. Plus, I text often during the day, so I thought the strap was a pretty awesome addition. Another cool addition I added to my phone is Hyrec. Hyrec is the first chat-based hiring app designed for startups that will make your job search much easier and faster. If you're currently looking for a new job or want to break into tech, this app will facilitate that by reducing your job search from an average of 3 weeks to just 3 days, which I think is pretty wild. Crazy enough, this app allows you to chat directly with startup founders, recruiters, and hiring managers. Basically, you get to slide into the DMs of your future job. As someone that recently graduated in computer science with no industry experience, I think this app could massively benefit all you recent grads. They have all kinds of jobs on the app, but there are a lot of tech jobs on there for programmers, engineers, and more. It's easy, all you have to do is fill out your profile one time in order to match with dozens of verified job listings with the help of AI technology. To ensure full transparency throughout your hiring process, Hyrec makes sure that all job listings include a salary range and all companies and jobs are 100% verified by humans to avoid any scams or fake job postings on the app, which by the way, it's completely free. You can go ahead and click the link in my description box down below to download the app now. Free of mind, free of stress, just like today in the office. Sadly, last night I forgot to charge the phone, so I'll do that while I get some things done. I do need to get some new staples for our staple gun, film my reels, and take a few pictures for next week's video. But I do like procrastinating a bit in the morning, so I check the news and answer a few emails. I do use Superhuman a lot on the iPhone, but sadly on Android it's not available. As I am typing more and more on this keyboard, I sort of really like it. The haptic feedback feels super nice, although I still yet need to get used to the curvature of the screen when it comes to typing letters living on the edge. I also keep hitting the volume button by accident instead of the power every time I want to lock it, but I mean, I'll just get used to it.
Going on Instagram, I'm on the Samsung S22 Ultra, and I don't know, does it look blurry? I find it looks a tiny bit blurry. I'm gonna put a poll somewhere here, you guys can vote. Let me know.
Instagram on Android, is very similar to iOS up to now, although I do realize that the quality of the video is not the same as the iPhone. I don't know if it's the way the Android version was coded, but it feels like it's blurry.
I'm actually gonna call John to see where he's at. I need some staples for the staple gun. Yo. Yo, dude, before you come, I'm gonna head out to like Home Depot or Rona or something like that to get some staples, some curved staples.
Gotcha. I'm almost at the office anyway, so I'll be good.
Oh, okay, sounds good then. All right.
Okay, see you.
Bye. Oh, it sounds good. Alright, it's not very easy being able to send one picture one-handed, but we grab. I think that should do it. Let's send this to Jan. I think I found it. I really hope these are the ones after all, but let's go pay. Wait. Alright, so it's about 12 p.m. Battery life is not too bad. I did forget to charge it last night. It's at 38%. I've been connecting it to the desktop and to the car, so I think we're just gonna stick to that and see how long it lasts till the end of the day. Now today I usually don't post on Instagram, but I do on TikTok. The only thing is that, well, I sort of have to go on my drive to figure out where my files are and get the TikTok into the phone and whatnot.
So obviously I eventually found the app so I could go within my NAS and download our TikTok clip. This was shot on the A7S Mark III, so that's why the quality looks so nice. I just needed to upload the video, which UI-wise is pretty much the same procedure. I do want to point out that as an iPhone user, I very much like Samsung's settings much better. I don't know, for me, I just find it a lot easier when it comes to searching for stuff. The user experience on this is much better and the UI is super intuitive. Oh, and honestly, being able to change screen resolutions like if I was on a PC is pretty cool. I have to give it to them. Now, with that in mind, I wanted to take advantage of the day to film a Reels for next week, and I thought it would be nice to do it on this phone. To compare both phones, the cameras are fairly almost the same, but I really like how the iPhone handles highlights. Although Siobhan is so right with the fact that it's awesome to see that you can change it to the front and back camera while recording on the Galaxy. My gantry table lamp and Govee lamp look much better on the Galaxy though.
Okay, so I think I got an idea for the Reels. Just listen to this clip, it's pretty cool. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna take next week's accessories that I'm supposed to put on this desk, and when the beat drops, boom, you'll see like all the accessories. But right now I'm just gonna turn the lights off and do the whole thing.
However, before doing that, I needed to take a video of the desk turned off.
Okay, here we go.
The final results were pretty good, and I mean it looks awesome. Although again, I do find the contrast and the highlights on the iPhone are much better handled. Now for captions, I do have a template on my Notes app within my iPhone. The cool thing is that when I was setting this phone up, it asked me if I wanted to import some data from my iPhone. So of course I logged in into my iCloud account, and to my surprise, when I was checking my Samsung Notes, I had all my notes on this phone. Honestly, huge props to Samsung for this one. Just makes my life a lot easier when it comes to setting up my stuff. I do think having AirDrop is a big letdown, but I have been living without it for a while, mainly because everything lives on my NAS. However, I have to say not having FaceTime and iMessage does suck. I don't know if I can ever get used to that. FaceTime is super key and it makes my life easier when running groceries for my parents, although I think I might have found a nice use for this pen. To write my groceries list down, I mean, just hear how cool this sounds. The latency with this pen is actually very minimal and I do like the functionality it brings to the table. Like for example, I can grab a screenshot and take notes on it. I think it's pretty awesome, but I don't know how much this will be used within my day-to-day life. Although for the making of the thumbnail, I did use the Smart Select tool to get some app icons over on Photoshop. I just had to upload them to my NAS to access them. I like it. I really like how easy it is to navigate the whole entire file system and just upload my files with ease.
2:30. It's 2:30 and we are literally at 11%. So that means that in 2 hours and a half we dropped quite like 28%, 27. It's not too bad. I've been working a lot with it. But I think we should charge this thing in order to take it out for a spin later on during the day. Honestly, it's just our best bet. I'm just gonna get some work done before we go. 57% in what, like a couple of hours? I mean, that's pretty freaking good. I do hate the fact that like a 4, it's already starting to get pretty dark. I could be complaining though, because honestly on battery life we're pretty good. But hear me out, what if we take the car and we take some pics with it? That's pretty cool. Not bad. Stabilization is so good. Very nice.
This is definitely not part of my everyday life, but I recently started an Instagram page called Address Drives, so I could create some car content and share the ownership of the future vehicles we will get. We tried taking some cool pictures with the phone, and although they honestly don't look too bad, John and I were simply dying of cold.
Oh, I don't know how I'm holding this camera, is so cold. Oh. Yo, it's so cold, man.
I really like the way these turned out, and to be honest, I wanted to use this as an excuse to test the camera on this phone. One thing I finally figured out back at the office was the quick settings area. This morning, all I needed to do was swipe down again to reveal the whole quick settings panel. There's also this extra dim feature that Samsung delivers, and this is great at night. So when I'm watching videos in the office on our couch, it makes it better for your eyes to consume content. Just don't forget to turn it off. The screen, by the way, I am a huge fan and I've been loving it throughout the day. I personally find it feels way better than the iPhone and it's a lot more color accurate. That's just my opinion, but for everyday use, that's what I've noticed the most. I overall love the rectangular shape and sharp corners the phone delivers, and I'm a fan of how well it grips. Look, it's almost 6 p.m, it's Thursday, and I usually never stay late working. Jan and I decided we wanted to play some Valorant today to end the night and celebrate the fact this week we've been working so hard. Seems like we've only got the phone to about 40% in terms of battery life. Pretty good, Samsung. Considering all the things we did today, I really like the phone, and I even think that setting up links to Windows could make my life easier. Am I willing to replace my iPhone 13 Pro Max with this? I'm honestly not quite sure yet, mostly since my daily laptop is a MacBook and I recently started wearing an Apple Watch. A day in the life with that will come out soon. I hope this video gave you an insight of what it is like to own an S22 Ultra. I will see you all soon. Take care.